Hey guys, this is Cheryl with Magical Melody, and I'm here with my 8-week post-op VSG update. Also, my 2-month Sergaversary update. So, since my 2-month Sergaversary, there goes those bangs again. Since my 2-month Sergaversary is Sunday, which as of tomorrow will only be 2 days away, I have decided to go ahead and include everything for my 2-month Sergaversary in this video. I had vertical sleeve gastrectomy or VSG surgery on January 5th, 2017 with Dr. William Steele at Tenova Healthcare. My highest weight was 250.4, day of surgery 241.4, last week 216.4, and today 212.7. So that is a weekly loss of 3.7 pounds and an overall loss of 37.7 pounds and a loss since surgery of 27.7 pounds. And I'm just really happy with that. I was not expecting that big of a loss this week, since over the past couple of weeks my weight loss has kind of slowed down a little bit. So it was a nice surprise to see this morning when I weighed that I lost almost 4 pounds. So I'm really happy with that. And over the past week, I've been getting even more into cooking and finding new, healthier recipes to cook and stuff like that. And I'm really enjoying my time in the kitchen, more so than I used to. My husband, for the past year or two, has done most of the cooking. The last time I was really in the kitchen a lot was the last time I lost a major amount of weight, which was 2011. And I'm not saying his cooking is unhealthy or bad. Just, you know, I've always been the type of person, I like to switch things up a lot. And I like to find recipes that I can follow. I look for recipes that are creative but also very simple, because I don't like to set and have to find all these specialized items and everything like that to buy the, to have to cook the recipe. It's very much a pain in the behind to do that. Back in 2013, when I got into Beachbody, I tried to get like 1 week's worth of recipes in food at the grocery store and found that I spent a lot more money on the specialized items to cook the really complicated recipes than what I would have had I just found something simpler and just gotten the ingredients for that. But that whole Beachbody shenanigans, I mean, I'll never forget that year. I kept working my behind off. I did Slim and 6, and then I went on from Slim and 6 to P90X3. I both enjoyed those programs, and then I didn't, because the Slim and 6 wasn't too bad, but then when I got into P90X3, a lot of those moves were kind of impossible for me to do, and I found myself having to majorly modify the exercises and everything just to get through the program. The first few weeks of it, I felt like I was dying. So that will probably be something that I'll get back into later in the future, but my main goal right now is just to get the weight down, because it's true for me, and a lot of other people have said the same thing, that I am one of these people where whenever I do a lot of really extreme working out like that of P90X or one of those hardcore ones, I can't lose weight. My body stops, I stall, I don't lose a pound. That year, 2013, I started at 211, and I actually think that not only with this weight loss. I've lost a lot of inches too, because I have pictures of myself where I was a lower weight and I look just as big in those pictures at a lower weight as I did when I was heavier, if that makes any sense, or anything like that. But you can retain fluid and you can gain inches as well as you can gain weight. So it is what it is. But you know, anyway, I can't lose weight whenever I'm doing extreme working out. That year I started at 211 and I lost a whole 10 pounds in 4 months. 10 pounds in 4 months and all that work. And I never did actually, I said I completed it, but I never did actually complete the P90X3 program. I got almost done with it, and I had like almost 3 or 4 weeks where I would have been done with it. But then we started packing to move, so everything, all my equipment, everything that I had needed to have to complete the program got packed away, and stuff like that. And then we got here. Then when we got here, I said, you know, it was fun and all, but I'm really not into doing a big workout program and everything when I'm working my behind off and I'm not getting any results from it. So I kind of backed off, and, you know, since 2013, I haven't done anything. But I also noticed that year that I very quickly gained a lot of weight, and since then I've been pegging the scale 240, 250 since 2013. And I think the first time that I weighed myself after we moved was maybe October of that year. So yeah, just a little bit of history, everything like that. And as you know from one of my earlier videos, my really early ones didn't get any views. I think that my very first one, which was an introduction, only got like 15 views, because it wasn't all that good and everything like that. And I think that maybe just wasn't as interesting to watch. But yeah, I mean, since I quit smoking in 2011, I have been regaining and regaining and regaining and regaining and never being able to lose. All my life, I have been losing and regaining the same 30 or 40 pounds, and every time I gain that 40 pounds back, I have always regained it and then some. So I'm so happy, and I just was today sitting and thinking about how thankful that I am for the opportunity I got for having the sleeve, because in only 2 months, I have lost 37.7 pounds. I mean, before it would have taken me 4 months or longer to lose that weight. I can't believe that I'm only 11.3 pounds away from being 200 pounds. I'm so excited about that. And, you know, I don't know what will happen this coming month, that I feel like that if I keep going like I'm going, I'm gonna hit my 200 goal by April. So that'll be good. I'll have to relook at my goals, because I can't remember if it said I was supposed to hit 200 by the end of March or by April. I think it said by April, and then by the beginning of May be in Wonderland, which is very doable. I think I'll actually be in Wonderland by mid-April, you know, if it keeps up the way. At the end of my 1 month Sergaversary, I was 223, so I think that's about 10.3 pound loss for the month, and everything like that. And considering that I had a couple of slow weeks where I only lost a pound or two, you know, it doesn't bother me as long as I'm losing. I don't really care. I mean, you know, is probably the one thing that would get to me is if I just stalled and just quit losing. That would bother me. you know, because I've worked so much to try to get to where I'm at and everything. And I'm also enjoying my time in the kitchen to look for other ways to get protein in other than drinking Powerade with the Gene Pro or whatnot. I'm enjoying that. I'm enjoying the new recipes that I've tried, you know, everything like that, because, you know, I'm one of these people, I can't eat the same thing over and over again, or I will start to go back and start making the same mistakes that got me here. The second thing that I wanted to bring up is I'm kind of frustrated, so this might sound like a little bit of a rant, but family, and friends, you know, that are, you know, friends of family or live with family. My mom has some friends that live with her, to specify what I mean by that. You know, I'm really finding it very frustrating. I feel like that I keep having to re-explain my nutrition plan and my, you know, my guide and what I'm supposed to have and what I'm not supposed to have, and stuff like that. I keep re-explaining that, and I feel like that I'm a broken record. Like, I feel like that they don't understand or they don't get. Like, I keep mentioning to them that I can't have pasta. I'm not allowed pasta or rice for 6 months. It says in my nutrition guide, some people can't ever tolerate rice and pasta after 6 months, like ever after their surgery again, because of the coarseness of it and everything like that, because it can cause stomach upset. Although, so far, everything that I've eaten hasn't caused me an upset stomach. You know, I'm still gonna heed to that particular thing on the no pasta, because for one thing, well, there's a reason they're telling you not to eat certain things. And I'm going to believe it whenever, you know, the nutrition guide says don't do it because it could turn on your stomach. I mean, I heed to that. I also heed to the fact of the dumping syndrome. And dumping syndrome, you know, being the whole dizziness and diarrhea, shakes and nausea and all that. I heed to that because I haven't had any high sugar since surgery, and I don't know if I'm one of these people that's going to dump or not. Some people can still eat sugar and be okay, and a lot of people can't. And so I really haven't had any real sugar since my surgery, you know, and everything like that. Like, you know, I know my limits, and I heed to that. I can't get my family to understand, my mom in particularly, that the reasons why I can't have certain things are not just by choice, you know. And I know that the friends, you know, that are living with her talk crap about me behind my back and everything like that. So it's partly too that I would imagine they are, you know, telling her behind my back, well, she's just saying that because she's afraid, you know, to eat it again and everything like that, because she's afraid she's going to gain the weight back, and, you know, she doesn't want to interrupt her weight loss and blah, 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 blah. It's not that she can't have it at all. Listen, I don't care who you are that's watching this video, but until you have the surgery, until you get vertical sleeve or gastric bypass, don't talk to me about what's okay and what's not okay. Don't talk to me about the rules, because you don't know. You know, I did not know that your name was Cheryl Bows, and I didn't know that you experienced the surgery. Were you there? You know what I'm saying? That's all I have to say to you, because I got on this journey to help me not only to lose weight, but to get healthier. And I know that I was at an unhealthy weight. According to the weight monitor app that I use on my phone, I was class 4 obese whenever I got the surgery. So don't talk to me about what's healthy and what's not healthy. And everything like that. Like, I'm tired of people who don't understand or who don't want to understand, hey, look, I'm not just staying away from sugar and stuff like that just because I want to. It's that it can make me really, really sick. And I don't want to be praying to the porcelain god because I ate something I wasn't supposed to. I mean, I imagine that just like everybody else, at some point I'll screw up. Everybody does, and I'm not going to sit here and say I'm not going to. And my husband made a cake last weekend, and I did just get like a small bite, like from my thumb to first finger size. I took a small bite of it, and I stopped there because I just don't know if I want to find out what's going to happen to me if I, let myself go and eat more. Plus also, sugar was one of my major addictions. I'm highly addicted to sugar. I love my cookies. I love my cake. All my pies and candy bars and all that stuff. I love that stuff. And so it's better for me not to eat it because, I mean, I would be opening myself back up to that addiction. It's just like if you're trying to quit smoking. But she said, oh, maybe, maybe I can just have this one cigarette. You're at the bar and you're drinking and everything like that, and all your friends around you are smoking a cigarette. Well, maybe I'll have one. It won't hurt nothing. Well, before you know it, you got to go buy another pack of cigarettes because you opened the door to that addiction again. It's kind of like they say in the AA. I said AE. It's like they go to the AA. You go to the bar, you're going to get a haircut. You know what I'm saying? Don't go to the bar, you're going to drink. So it's like that. It's also, like I said before, it's also the warning of knowing, hey, look, if you eat this stuff, you could end up really, really sick. And I'm not making this stuff up. Anybody who's watching this, if you're family, I can tell you is go read the nutrition guide. Go take the classes, go through the process. Do that and then tell me about it. So, other than that, I really don't have any complaints. I mean, I think that for the most part, they're supportive and everything like that. It's just that I'm not sure if what I'm hearing is because they don't understand or they don't know, or if it's because they think I'm just full of it. And I mean, I know a couple of people that live over there near my mom pretty much think I'm full of it. And they talk crap about me behind my back. I know they do. And I don't care. Let them go ahead and say whatever the hell they want. So, I just brought that up and everything because I feel like that this is my vlog. And this is my chance to talk about not only my progress, but about anything that I have on my mind that's bothering me. And that was one of the things that was bothering me, that I'm noticing more and more throughout this second month. That I have to keep going back and re-explaining things to people. And everything like that. It's whatever, because until you go through the same... excuse me, my cat just knocked over my tripod. Until you go through the same thing that I went through, I don't want to hear it. Just take my word for it. If you want, I'll even give you a copy of the daggone nutrition guide. I don't care. But anyway, I'm sorry that I'm this big interruption and everything like that. I'm going to try to put you back on my tripod while I'm talking. This would probably go in my bloopers section for this video. Because he's just getting curious, everything like that, just like any other cat would, and knocked it over. Anyway, I'm starting to notice that some of my older clothes that I had are beginning to fit me again. Now, just to give you some past history on that, back in 2011 when I lost the 40 pounds, that year I started at 204 in January of 2011. Let me make sure I'm still recording. Yeah, I am. Okay. I started at 204, and that year I lost about 40 pounds. I got down to 165, 170. And even at that point, really, when I saw myself at 165 or 170, I really still thought that I could, I think I could stand to lose another 20 pounds. So I got down to 165, but then everything just stopped. I couldn't lose any more weight after that. And so, sorry guys. I'm trying to get this all adjusted again. Because I feel like now the camera's going up my nose. Okay. Okay, so anyway, I was saying, so everything stopped after I got, down to that 165 and 170. I couldn't lose anymore. Then I quit smoking that year. I think I finally got down to the 165, 170 mark by May of 2011. But June 2011, I went to my doctor because I was extremely sick again. I was coughing. I couldn't hardly breathe. I was just really, really sick. And there's no way to describe how bad I felt then. And there's no way that I can describe how scared I was. The morning that my husband was going to take me to the doctors for my illness, he said, I keep saying this every time you get sick, but I'm going to say it again. You would not be sick like this if you would stop smoking. I said, yeah, I know. I know, I've heard you say that before. I know. And I don't know what to do to make it stop. I don't know how to stop smoking. But I know you're right. So we went to the doctors, and I asked him, I said, well, I said, is there anything you can help me do to help me, quit smoking? And everything like that, because I'm really scared that if I keep going like this, I'm going to end up on an oxygen tank before I'm 35. And he said, yeah, I'll prescribe you Chantix, and that should help a lot of people quit smoking with that and everything like that. And then if that don't work, we'll find out something else. So I said, okay. So I took the prescription along with that, plus a critical steroid hair inhaler, and some albuterol and some antibiotics out of his office that day. And I took the prescription for Chantix, to the Air Force pharmacy back where we were living. And so, they said, we can't fill this prescription because TRICARE doesn't pay for Chantix. I said, okay, so what do I do? And they said, but here at the base, we have a tobacco cessation clinic. If you go through that and you take the class and everything to get in, you see the doctor. The Chantix will be free through our tobacco cessation program. So I said, okay. So I did that, and I think it took me maybe 3 days, and I had the Chantix. They also put me in touch with some coaches that I could call if I was having a hard time, stuff like that. I stayed on the Chantix for 4 months, but I really could have stopped it at 3. And it basically just took away my need for a cigarette. The thing is, though, one of the things that my counselor said, don't be surprised if you regain some of the weight or all of the weight that you lost this year, because you don't have a cigarette to put back in your mouth, and you're going to be looking for that thing to put back in your mouth, and people start eating more. It's not that the food tastes any better, which it doesn't. I quit smoking before, back in 2003, for about 6 months. Food doesn't taste any better. It doesn't taste any different at all. But you do eat more whenever you're not smoking. I will agree with that. I will. So they were right, and because I put all that weight back on. So since 2011, I haven't been able to lose any. I have been gaining and gaining and gaining and gaining. So anyway, what happened in 2011 when all that weight started coming off. All my clothes started, excuse me, all my clothes started getting too big. And so I started getting rid of them. And people kept on telling me, don't get rid of your big clothes. Don't get rid of your big clothes. I said, why not? They don't fit me anymore. What's the point in keeping clothes around that don't fit me anymore? And I'll still say that today, especially today since I have the surgery. So there's pretty much, unless I screw up and get off the program and just eat whatever I want, there's pretty much no way I'm going to regain this weight. And so this time I'm going to do the same thing. If I've got anything that doesn't fit me no more, it goes. So I was doing that. I said, why do I want to keep stuff that it doesn't fit me? Because if you regain the weight one day for some reason, you're going to need those clothes. Don't get rid of them. Don't get rid of them. And that's just saying it's okay for me to be obese and everything like that. So I was like, to hell with you. I'm going to get rid of all these clothes. I'm not going to keep all these clothes that don't fit me anymore in my closet. That's stupid. That's what I did. And I got smaller clothes. That year I went crazy. I got clothes. So now in my closet sets and in my garage sets, a bunch of clothes I have not been able to wear for 3 to 4 years. And I hate to admit it, but they were right. You know, because generally speaking, most people that died on their own regained the weight. And I regained it. And this last time was because I quit smoking. And my doctor, when I went in to get my letter from him for the surgery, he said, well, smoking usually changes your metabolism. I didn't really know that. I'm not really sure how true that is actually, but maybe he has a point because I was never able to lose weight after my surgery. And I mean, let me back up, yes. I was taking this after surgery and then before surgery and everything. I was never able to lose weight after I quit smoking. You know, of course, I was losing all kinds of weight since I had the surgery. But yeah, so maybe he was right about the whole metabolism thing. Or whatnot, because my weight sure didn't go anywhere. Since I quit, and that's been almost 6 years. It'll be 6 years this June 24th. I'm so sorry, guys. This one twig right here, these bangs always come down, and I can't keep them from coming down and getting in my face. And it looks like I haven't brushed my hair, and I did. My hair is naturally curly. It's really curly, and everything like that. So even if I brushed it, sometimes it looks like a tornado hit it. Yeah. But anyway, so I'm going to be shopping my closet for a long time. One of these days I'm going to actually do a video where I'm going to take you into my closet and show you some of my clothes that I used to be able to wear that year, and everything like that. But they are starting to slowly fit me again. And so at the end of this video, I'm going to include a section where I show you some of the clothes that I can fit into again. And it's only going to be a couple examples just because I don't have time to go through my closet and just try stuff on randomly, and everything like that. So, I mean, I'm going to do that as I'm able to fit into more of my smaller clothes. I will make it a part of my videos, especially for the monthly updates. Also in this video, at the end, I have included for you a healthy hints portion to show you how you can bump up your protein. Some things that I have found that are high in protein that I wanted to share with you. That will be first, and then the clothing try on and whatnot will be last, along with a current body shot. So I hope you enjoyed watching this video. I'm going to end this here. If you're new, please subscribe. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And I will see you next week for my week 9 VSG update. Have a good weekend. Okay guys, so I know that I said I was originally going to do all the body shots and clothing try on at the very end of this video, but first I'm going to show you my current body shot and my past body shot first. Then I'm going to show you all the protein tips, and then at the very end is going to be an additional clothing try on. Okay guys, so this is a current body shot with a sweatshirt on that is entirely too big for me now. This is a size 2X, and the cat on the front of it is Charlie. You remember Floppy Cats? So that's what that's from. So I'm going to take this off real quick because I have a tank top up underneath of it that I wanted to show you. As well as a pair of pants that I have on. Okay. Okay. So these pants are a size large, and they're those yoga pants, and you can wear them like this or down here where this elastic band is. You can actually pull them up and fold them down like that, and do like that. I can actually wear them either way. They actually fit rather well. There's a lot of space, you know, in the legs and everything like that. They're size large, and so this is all my surgery scars, and I have one here, 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 here and here. I don't know what those were, but I have 6 regular surgery scars that you can see, and they're still pretty dark, so I think I'm gonna have to start putting something on these and everything like that, because it's been 2 months and they're still very dark. But yeah, I can actually wear these pants like this. I do still have a little bit of a muffin top going on, but when I wear them like this, but I mean, for the most part, they it's not as bad as it was like before my surgery. When I tried to wear these pants, they were just way too tight, and my stomach was going way out there. So then this is the back and side, and then front again. This tank top here is a size large also, and as you can see, it fits pretty well. And after this segment, I'm going to post my original body shot that I did before my surgery so that you can see a comparison. Unfortunately tonight I wasn't able to find those clothes that I wore in that body shot, and everything like that. So maybe if I find them next month, I'll be able to do it in my month 3 one or 4. I think I said I was going to do these at 2, 4, 6 and on like that. And then there's a sideways view, and then back, and then the other side, and then front again. So, and that guys, I mean, I'm really liking what I'm seeing here. I'm really happy with this. Here's another idea where you can get your protein. This is Atkins meal bars. These are almond and coconut, and this has 15 grams of protein, 1 gram of sugar, and 4 grams of net carbs. So that's like a meal bar. And then this is Treat, and 110 calories, a gram of sugar, and 1 gram of net carbs. And these mimic M&Ms, like chocolate flavored M&Ms. And they have some other ones that mimic brownies. They have one that mimics a Reese's peanut butter cup and whatnot. They're really good. And then this one is Atkins Daybreak with 10 grams of protein, 5 grams of fiber, 1 gram of sugar, and 2 grams of net carbs. And this is a cranberry almond flavored bar. So before my surgery, I used to use Atkins a lot during times when I was trying to eat healthier. I would use them in replacement for candy bars and junk, whatnot. So they're really good. I wanted to show you that. Here's another good source of protein. These are flat outs. Flatbread. It looks like this. Not too good on the carbs. It says it's 20 grams of carbs. And 6 grams of protein. There's the facts there. It's 100 calories. But I guess if you were to take and cut this in half, you would get 10 carbs out of it instead of 20. Also, this Dannon Light and Fit Greek. It is 80 calories and 12 grams of protein for 1 container. Also in this turkey, 6 grams of protein for 4 slices. And it's just a little thin slice like that. And then the salmon, it's like smoked deli salmon. So you get 12 grams of protein for an ounce. And I'm just going to use a slice of it. They're real thin like that. I mean, I'm sorry, it says 12 grams of protein for 2 ounces. My bad. So 115 calories. Servings per container is about 1.5 servings. Okay guys, sorry for the riskiness here, but this nightgown is something that hasn't fit me for 3 years, and I tried it on tonight and it actually fits. So as of, let me think here, as of Thursday I was 216.4 for my week 7 weigh-in. So here's this like sideways, and then back, side, and front again in this little nightgown thing. So yeah, that is one of the things that I wanted to show you that fits now. Okay, so this is outfit number 2 that I discovered I can fit back into. I haven't worn this for about 3 years. Again, I think the last time I got into it was maybe September 2013. And even then it was tight, so I put it away. So It's a low rise. These are low rise pants. You can see like the top of my underwear because it's, you know, supposed to ride low. And they're a size extra large, and the shirt is also a size extra large. And it's just a pajama set. So yeah. Right now, as I'm filming this, it's still my week 7. By the time you see it, it'll be my week 8 post-op Sergaversary on March 5th. So that is it for outfit number 2.